Hey team, it's Mr. Z, and today we're going to do some extra practice with lesson 4, and we're just going to focus on being able to convert between radical and rational exponents. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Alright, I have to rewrite each expression using rational exponents. So when I'm looking at number 1, the idea is that I look at the index and I know the index is going to be the denominator. I see that the index is not written. That means it's going to be a square root. So I'm going to rewrite each of these as a rational exponent. It's going to be x to the 3 halves and y. Well, what is the exponent of y? All numbers have an exponent of 1, so it's going to be 1 half. And voila, x to the 3 halves times y to the 1 half. If I repeat the steps for number 2, I look at my index, it is a cube root. So I'm going to rewrite each of them as a rational fraction. 2/3 times b to the 4/3 times c to the 5/3. All radicals are rational exponents. If I wanted to do number 3, it would look like the following. It would be f to the 2/4 times g to the 6/4. Number 4, since they're in a group, it's important to keep them in a group. It's going to look like x plus y. It is to the second power, but the radical is to the 5th, so it's to the 2/5. The final one on this I want to do is, if it's a fraction, just apply it to all parts in the group. S is to the 1/3 divided by t to the 4/3. So this has been converting it one way. I give you a radical, and I need you to rewrite it as a rational exponent. The second part of the practice, after you do 6, 7, and 8, is to go the other way. Rewrite each expression using radicals. So I see that they're both in to the 3rd, so that means it's going to be the cube root of u squared times the cube root of w to the 5th. And since they're both to the same radical, I can combine them to be u squared times w to the 5th. Number 10 is similar. I start off, okay, it's the radical is going to be to the square root. X is to the 1st times the radical y to the 3rd times z to the 7th. Since they're all to the same, I could write them all under one roof. X times y to the 3rd times z to the 7th. Notice how when x to the 1st power, I do not write it. It is assumed. Alright, to finish off the example, number 11, basically it's going to be the same guy. Both of these are to the 3rd power, and they're both under the 4th root. So essentially all this is meant to do is to give you practice between converting between the both of the forms. Do this on your own and then check in on the formative. Hope this helps. This is it for now. Ciao.